Short statement here. This is a huge topic back in my state in Alabama, huge. Basically this is coming from the people of Alabama. The PRO Act represents a massive power grab to override the will of the voters. Federal power grabs like these are unconstitutional and go against our entire system of government. The PRO Act would overrule the right to work laws across the country and force tens of millions of employees to join a union. Currently, 27 states have right to work laws. Alabama is one of them. Right to work laws give workers freedom. And more importantly, it gives workers the freedom to choose whether to unionize or not. Alabama's right to work law has been a huge benefit for our state because we're in the car business. We've got about 6 or 7 car businesses, manufacturers, Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, Mercedes, 40,000 manufacturing jobs, 40,000. We make 1 million cars, trucks a year, $8.2 billion, and we're not union. By forcing unionization on every worker in the sector, many industries would grind to a halt, especially in Alabama. Employer costs would skyrocket, which could lead to a loss of jobs. Not to mention, like states like Alabama lose the ability to recruit companies. I talked to a CEO this morning, it was in my office, Airbus, a large corporation. I asked him about the PRO Act, and he said it would kill us, absolutely kill us. This corporation would move back to Europe and to other countries. They have to make a profit, but they also love to come where people have the right to choose. On top of that, according to the State Policy Network, the PRO Act would negatively affect 57 million American workers who call themselves freelancers. Unions, to some degree, they have helped this country. They have helped the country. However, in 2021, there are multiple government entities that exist purely to uphold workplace safety standards and protect workers. We got the Department of Labor. We got OSHA. Are we going to start unions and just close that down? We need to give workers the ability to choose. This is a free country. Choice creates competition. Competition breeds success. We used to compete in this country. We're not competing anymore. We want everybody to be the same. Everybody's not the same. You got the right to do as much as you want to do if you put your nose to the grindstone. President Biden says, and he quotes, every worker should have a free and fair choice to join a union. I believe in that statement. But the PRO Act would tip the scales. Among other things, as you've heard, requires workers' personal contact information to be sent to a union. We're already having problems with that. Removes voters to a secret ballot, subjecting them to union coercion, being able to vote out loud, and limits the information workers may receive during a union organizing campaign. That doesn't sound free to me. This is still a free country, folks, free country. And this PRO Act is not going to do anything for us, especially for the people that run this country. That is the hard-working Americans. Mrs. Cirola, you mentioned that in your testimony, the COVID-19 pandemic hit businesses especially hard. If the PRO Act is passed, how will its provisions slow down this much-needed recovery? And why?
You want to turn on your microphone, please?
Can you repeat it one more time? I mentioned
if the PRO Act is passed, how's that going to affect your business?
You know, more so business. It's like 25 years ago we got in. I owned my first hotel in 1996, thinking that I would be able to employ people in my community. If the PRO Act passes, I think the control that I had over overseeing my operation would be given to a third party like the unionization or even our franchisor. Someone that sits 4,000 miles away from me wouldn't be able to control that. I'm going to tell you a little quick story of what happened in 2020, right? So our government shut us down for good reasons to make everyone feel safe. I was scared, and I asked my family members, we're going to have to jump in and pitch in and help our employees because we need to allow them to be comfortable doing what they need to do. So we retained 100% of the people that stayed. For those that didn't stay, we had to roll up our sleeves and start working again. If the PRO Act passes, I don't think we would be having a business to run anymore. That would be number one. Because the scare of anybody wanting to own under the under that PRO Act, I don't think it's going to be a small business, and I don't think it's going to be an American dream story, and I definitely don't think I'm going to be an entrepreneur. So I hope I answered your question with that.
Thank you. You did. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Senator Casey.
Thank you, Chair Murray, and I want to thank you and Senator Braun. Especially want to commend and salute the work of Senator Murray to